Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. I have a busy day ahead. We are, whew, man, let me tell you. Okay, so I've been talking to you guys, we're getting another batch of meat birds, and I had ordered, because Mike had said I could, some runner ducks, because we're getting rid of all the Muscovies. And these will actually be better layers. So they're coming. Now, technically they're two separate orders. I got the phone call this morning. Well, back that up a hair. Last night, somebody came down here and kind of graded this road, but also kind of didn't. So this is interesting. There's like rocks in the middle of the road now, like big clumps of something. Anywho, got the email that my order had shipped out, but when you go and look on their website, I can't tell if it's like both of them or which one. So I don't know if I'm about to go pick up ducks, meat birds, or all of the above. So, which is fine. I'm ready for either. I had the brooder all set up for their side, but I hadn't added food and water yet. So I did that this morning after I got the phone call. And then I'm got to go run into town, get the birds, come back, and take out some cash. Run back, drop the birds off, get them settled, and then get back in the road, back in the truck, back on the road to go pick up a couple more Katahdin ewes. And I'm sorry, this is bouncing around particularly today, and I don't know why. Every time I think I get a new one that's gonna work really well in the car, it doesn't. So there's that. Anywho, they are about an hour and a half away. And so I need to go pick them up, bring them home, get them settled. And then tonight, Frankie is going to be working on her truck a little bit. So I'd like to be able to film some of that as well. I think what she had mentioned to me was she was going to be doing some sanding work. Now I don't know if that was on the frame to get some of the rust off, or if that was on the cab and the hood. I'm not sure. Or if she's not doing that and she's doing something completely else. I have no idea. But gonna try to film her a little bit doing whatever she's doing on the truck this evening as well, and still find time to offload my footage, sort my files, make everybody dinner, do all the things, run the vacuum cleaner, maybe all the things. And then I also just got in the mail. This thing is driving me nuts. I tell you what, it's this road too doesn't help. But anyway, the lovely county that we live in has decided it's my turn for jury duty, but they gave me the week that we are leaving for the meetup, and I'm like, no ma'am. So I called them, because like in years past, like in California, if you get called for jury duty, there's a little form you fill out on the back, and like, you know, sometimes when I had been called for jury duty previously, I've never served on a jury, because I've had jobs where, yes, I know technically they're supposed to let you off for jury duty and you're supposed to get paid and blah, 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 all that. They don't. They say they do, but they don't. And you're expected to get out of it. And so, and then, you know, there was a period of time where, you know, I'm taking care of Frankie, and there was nobody to take care of her for potentially an extended period of time if you get stuck on a big trial, you know. And then there's, you know, now it's like, well, I can't take a 2-week long break from YouTube and be stuck in town all day, and the animals and this, and who's going to do all the things that I do? Nobody. So I'm like, this is not a great time for this, but I don't mind, like, maybe if they can push it into like June, I wouldn't mind potentially doing it for a couple of days. But like, my fear is that, I mean, and I don't imagine in our little podunk town in Mississippi that there's going to be some, you know, O.J. Simpson style trial or Menendez style trial where it goes on for months and months and months and you're sequestered and all the things. Because that would not work. But that has always been my fear of getting on a jury. at least when I was in California. Out here, I don't think that's as big a concern. Like, I'm kind of honestly curious to see, like, what are the cases like out here, because it's a pretty low crime area. So I'm like, I wonder what it is. But anyway, I called them and said, hey, I'm going to be out of town that week, expecting them to say, cool, we'll send you a notice for a couple weeks later or something. She's like, okay, well, you have to come down here and fill out a form. And I was like, oh, okay. And you know, they're only open from 8 to 5, and you got to go during certain hours and all the, you know. So I was going to try to do that today, but then I got the phone call about the birds, and I'm like, I don't have time to pick up the birds. Now I have to make an extra trip back home to get the birds settled before I leave again. I don't have time to go deal with the courthouse today, but I do have a dentist appointment randomly on Thursday. And so I should have time after that to run by the courthouse and give them whatever information they need to like adjust the week that they want me to come in for jury duty, or say forget it altogether. I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about jury duty. Like, I'm just like, you know, that's great in theory, but I just like, it's not really super realistic to like put your life on hold for potentially however long. Like, it's just not, you know. It'd be one thing if I could say like, oh, I could do it exactly these days, but it's not like they let you pick the days. You just get put on whatever you get put on for whatever week they say they need somebody. So it's not like you get to choose. But it is part of our judicial system, and it's a good system for the most part. So, you know, I don't know. And I have never done it. Part of me would be kind of like to do it, but also part of me is like, nope, not my jam. So I don't know. We'll see. Also, it's a small town, so the chances that you get stuck on the jury, or you get on a jury, not stuck, I shouldn't say, but get on a jury with somebody that you know, I would say it's pretty high. Or that you are on a jury for somebody that you know them, if that makes sense. Like, or at least know them by 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, because it's a small town. Like, oh, that might be, you know, Sissy's cousin's nephew or whatever. Now, granted, I don't know everybody, because I have not been here since the dawn of man, but I have learned and met a lot of people and a lot of stories about our little town and the people in it over the years. And so I feel like I have a pretty good handle on a lot of that, but who knows? So anyway, that's the exciting things that are the things, if you will. Anyway, so heading to the ATM, got to take out my money for my lambs, and then I got to head on over to the post office and pick up either my tweets or my quacks, because I don't know which one it is. Could be both. We don't know. Then run home, get them settled, and turn around and get right back on the road. You guys can see I got my lamb pen back there. Luckily, these guys are still small enough that I don't have to cart the trailer, because that's a whole evolution when you have to take the trailer. It slows you down. You get like terrible gas mileage. And I don't mind having to do it if I'm getting, you know, a chunk of animals, obviously. But like for 2 lambs, I'm like, if they're small enough, which they are, they'll fit in there. We should be good to go, rock and roll. So anywho, guys, wish me safe travels for today, and I hope that you have a blessed rest of your day. Make sure that you stop in tonight for our live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday. That's today as you're seeing this. I'm speaking to you in the future. It's amazing how that works. But anyway, don't forget to join us for our live tonight, guys. I'll give you all the fresh bean spillage on the lambs and the excursion to this other farm. Supposedly, it is the largest registered Katahdin producer in northern Mississippi. We'll see. That's what it says. That's what they say. So we'll find out. Anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you later tonight. As always, stay blessed, and remember, safety's off.